Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League well, I was about to say pre-Season 21 minis. Those are the last one. This is Holiday 25 minis. Today we're taking a look at Team Winkx taking on Team Clare. Team Clare stomped the hell out of me second round, so... if this went bad for them, they got their heat back. Let's see what happened.
10 seconds remaining.
Just skip this one?
5
I don't think so.
remaining.
We got a lot of games to cover tonight, so we're just gonna speed this one up.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team back.
Ban the Dawn. There goes the
10
Barrett.
seconds remaining.
Witch Doctor, the
5
Chug.
seconds remaining.
Dusty sitting in the cuck chair watching
Radiant
Greg play
team
with
back.
us.
Radiant team
True.
back. Dire team back.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is actually Greg playing.
10
Nice.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Neeks ban, Furion ban. Silencer ban. Silencer ban is interesting. Haven't really seen him in this tournament, really.
Dire team pick. Radiant team.
Dusty is getting the PG
team back.
rating for this Dream revoked. That's really PG-13. First pick Venomancer. Claire trying to make the Venomancer, trying to show the world that he
10
was onto
seconds
something with the
remaining.
Venomancer mid last time. Medusa
5
coming out
seconds remaining.
immediately for the Winkx team. It was interesting to see.
Dire team back.
Banning out the Lion
Radiant
on
team
the Claire team is a little interesting. I guess they don't want it picked here. It makes sense. Winkx bans Medusa counters.
10 seconds
No
remaining.
big surprise.
5 seconds remaining.
Thinking hard, thinking
Dire
hard.
team pick.
Picking up the Jakiro next.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Mars coming out. Mars, a little awkward into the Medusa moves. He can
10
just hit R.
seconds remaining.
And
5 seconds.
one of the harder guys for Mars. Like unless you can stack a whole bunch of stuns with no saves,
Radiant
killer in
team
the time of it. Medusa hitting R is a very big arena blue ball.
10
Rubik's an
seconds
interesting
remaining.
lineup, or an interesting pickup
5
here. The
seconds
Snapfire I
remaining.
like. Something they can throw into the arena.
Dire team pick.
A little better than it used to be. Yeah, before the snap, it was kind of
10
awkward.
seconds
After the
remaining.
snap, it's going to be hard for her to. So
5
the
seconds
downside is,
remaining.
if she does, it's still an arena blue ball, no matter what everything else is going on. And the Centaur could potentially make that happen. But the good news is that if you don't have some kind of set, or if nobody clicks any spells, potentially possible.
Radiant team back. Radiant team back.
It's really less nobody clicks any spells, and really more if you have the cool arena from the Mars and the Snapfire
10
is being
seconds
sidelined by guys going to the back
5
line,
seconds remaining.
has been
Dire
previously
team
picked
back.
for whatever reason. It can get a little uglier.
10 seconds.
It's not just
remaining.
simply a matter of putting the
5 seconds
Medusa in
remaining.
the funny circle.
Dire team pick.
Ursa
Radiant
getting
team
banned,
pick.
Troll getting banned. They're gonna pick up the Life Stealer here, which it should anyway, lay nicely into the Centaur.
10 seconds remaining. 5
It will
seconds
be
remaining.
just another source of damage with the burst they can put into the arena. Has a few interesting guys to carry him around here. This must be why he picked OD against us. Apparently, at least according to Very Old Man, Claire never picks this OD hero. And when he did run it, it was just like massively awful. Team, just awesome against all 5 of us. We couldn't do anything about it. We were thinking of banning it, and he was like, no, Claire would never do this. And apparently Charlie Wang is the one who gave him this idea, so shout outs to Charlie Wang. This, I don't think... Yeah, I got indirectly wanged. I got indirectly wanged because Charlie Wang reminded Claire this hero exists.
Prepare
And apparently
for
he can
battle.
play it. Yeah, it really was a secondhand wanging. An indirect wanging. You know, he didn't do it, but the spirit of Charlie Wang was with us that game. Who is Merlin is my wife? Is that Zero? Yeah, that is. Okay. Nice bro, man. Dire immediately smoking going in here.
"30 seconds to battle."
It's gonna be awkward for Lifestealer if the 1-to-1 matchup matters. In the old version of the Lifestealer Ags, I really liked him in this sort of situation. I think with the way he got reworked, I don't really do that. I don't like that anymore. So if it comes down to Lifestealer versus, like, if that matters, if the rest of the team isn't able to deal with that, could get kind of awkward. The rest of the team is in a very good position to deal with it, though. And Lifestealer quite good against the rest of the lineup. Like him against the Centaur, like him into the Rubik. Butter Greg is first blood. He does secure the rune, but it comes at the cost of his life. Very, very sad. The runes are going to end up 2 for 2. So 2 for 2 by our first blood. That being said, it's time for everyone's favorite part of the cast, the roll call. For the Radiant, pause 1. You're going to see these guys a lot today. So, pause 1, you've got Winkx on the Medusa. Pause 2, you've got Charlie Wang on the OD. Pause 3, somewhere up here, you've got Buttery Greg, of all people, on the Centaur Warrunner. Pause 4, you've got Zero on the Rubik. And pause 5, you've got Go Chicago Bears on the Jakiro. On the other side of the coin for the Dire, pause 1, you've got Inno on the Lifestealer. Pause 2, count the team Clare on the Windrunner. By the way, Winkx, captain of the Radiant. Pause 3, you've got Blue Jay on the Mars. Pause 4, you've got Gremlins on the Snapfire. And pause 5, you've got Brother Barrett on the Venomancer. This is going to be a really annoying lane for the Centaur. You know, ideally you want to deal with the Lifestealer through tanking up on physical damage, but the Venomancer is not really going to let you do that necessarily, so you're going to have to just, well, you're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to be a melee hero in a lane where fights are going to be kind of rough for you. Rubik can help a lot with that, but it's going to be execution, which I think is going to be the name of the game here in general. It's going to be execution. If the Dire executes this draft well, they're favored. If they don't, the Radiant is favored. And it's, you know, the other way around as well. If the Radiant doesn't pull things together right, if their positioning is off, it's going to be for the Dire. That's really where it's at. I don't think either team is a wash. I think both teams have a path to victory. Both teams' path to victory is somewhat complicated. I guess if they both flop, and the matter of execution, like if they both can't, like if the arenas come out all weird, right? If nobody's ready for them and the spells don't follow them up properly, or if they're like caught out or whatever. If the execution is a flop on both teams' part, I guess it favors Radiant. Not by super much. I think it's almost really going to just come down to almost chance at that point, just who makes less small mistakes.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yes.
it's gonna be. Tighter ship wins the game. Marth, Snap, Medusa, everybody in this bot lane scrapping over this little pool here. Win for the Jakiro, win for the Jakiro and the Medusa, I suppose. The Jack Dual Breath doing a lot to these guys. Life Stealer a little far out here, gets hit with that blood grenade. It's pretty low. Rubik almost seals the deal here. Reno has to get pretty far back. Rubik definitely being a hassle for these guys already. Greg is leading for last hits. This lane is not as bad for Centaur as it used to be, but I do feel like as the lane goes on, it will favor the Lifestealer more and more unless things get really carried away. Winner is going to be very smart with the 2 Null Talismans. Gonna be less smart now, getting all that mana stolen. Okay, here's the real canon. All right, this is what Ice Frog doesn't really want to tell you. Your mana is just your IQ, and when you use a skill, it just falls out of your head before it comes back in. All right, everybody got that? Write that down.
You knew I was cold-blooded.
Your intelligence is just a measure of how high your IQ could be. So really, I guess in this case, IQ kind of is the opposite of what high IQ is in real life. Don't worry too much about it. Gonna catch Barrett here. Yep, just catch him at this pretty awkward angle. The stack of stuns, and the unexpected nature of it. We're gonna give them the kill here. Lifestealer's gonna turn around, try to get some revenge off, but he's only gonna be able to get some hits. He's not gonna be able to follow through. Not yet, anyway. Building up himself phase moves here. Centaur, 2 bracers and a ring. Looking pretty good.
Such fascinating images.
Rubik is looking at your search history, saying something like that.
Visibility.
Medusa is just having pretty much a free lane down here. So is Amaris. Both these lives are just kind of hitting creeps, not really caring about each other at all. Charlie Wang down here at mid.
Top tower is under attack.
Clare ahead pretty considerably on her. Go Bears is here to try and tilt a little bit, but kind of unlike. Okay, this is a little risky. Gonna have to be conscious about OD here at this point. I think getting kind of the point where 1 Astral plus 1 ult equals she's dead. Not quite there yet. Yeah, I don't think that would be a kill. It's a little nuts. Yep. Goes for the 1 run on Charlie Wang. Gets sent back to the fountain courtesy of a well-timed ult. Held that until the best possible moment, I think. Pause 4, pause 1 trade in the bot lane, which is a good bit of news for the Mars, who is now pretty decisively up. I mean, he was down the last hits, but up on the denies. Now he's got himself a kill as well, and an assist from earlier, so...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That is good. Greg, pretty low here. The Rubik is going to be able to Turn it around though. You know, rather low. You're not having any earned charges here. Boy, that would sure come in handy right now, huh? Centaur tries to stomp Inno out there, ends up dodging. Inno dodges it with a Q. Takes him out. Might get the double here? Yep, gets the well, actually Barrett gets the double, but he, you know, double kill for this lane up at top, and they also just lost to Kiro at bot, so kind of awkward. Inno tips buttery Greg. Dusa just got right back onto farming, even though she just died and then Jakiro fell soon to follow. It's not plussing her at all, which is kind of typical for Winkx. They're just going to go hit creeps in the back line for ages. And care about this as little as he legally is allowed to. Greg posturing threateningly at Inno, but Inno is fine just walking away hitting the creeps for a little bit.
Radiant's bottom
Why do
tower
I always
is
hear
under
Rubik
attack.
noises?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Guy just has a lot to say this game. You can't blame him for it. He's DMing me as Randy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower
Spamming the
is
laughing
under
voice.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm getting like, it's not just a laugh voice line, like command thing. It's like earlier, I was hearing you talking about looking at some fascinating images, and it's like, you know, what's in your search history, Zero? Let he who is without weird stuff in his search history cast the first stone. That's all I'm saying. Centaur ult here to clear traffic. They don't want to get hit by this bar. That's so well placed. Great Mars ult by Blue Jay. Splits his fight up. They're not really able to take that great of advantage of it though, because the Jakiro ruins the arena kind of immediately. Very awkward. Something I was talking about earlier as far as like getting the arenas ruined. He can still absolutely just throw skills into that. Oh, assassinated by Clare. Nice shot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So overall, 2-for-1 trade. Favors a Radiant, I'm guessing still. I don't think Jakiro is probably worth 800 gold or whatever. I don't think he cumulatively made it change
Dire's
hands
middle
anyway.
tower is under attack.
This matchup in mid is very annoying for. No wonder he decided to go with this guy next round with the OD. Like, this has been a very annoying lane matchup for him. He's kind of low on the last hits. Always seems to be low on health and mana. Charlie Wang up at the top. Had some good turnaround here, but the party in his lane is kind of slow in his acceleration. Charlie crushes on anything. Oh my god, this is the reddest inventory ever. Once Zeno gets some levels in his ult, he's gonna heal like 500 HP every time he touches Centaur at this rate.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
They're putting up a defensive T1 top here. They're gonna start out by going after
Dire's top tower
Kiro.
is under
Centaur decides to ult to save there. Marth TP's in just a little too late. This is not who you want to see if you want to do an arena. Well, no, it is who you want to see, just maybe not with DD. Sometimes you just get wanged.
Radiant's middle tower
All
is under
Dusty is
attack.
talking about in this chat is winning. Alright, like... Come on, Dusty, there's more to this world than winning. Keck. you know, does not care about this DD. Maybe knows it's about to end, perhaps. Goes in, gets a few
Dire's
probing
top
hits
tower
out
is
here.
under attack.
Kind of an awkward situation for him. There's really nothing good for him to be doing right now in this fight. He really needs the Mars or something here. Going to get a cool-looking artillery strike here from the Snapfire. This is going to make a mess of things. It's going to get rid of the Centaur, get rid of the
Radiant's courier has been
OD.
killed.
The Rubik is barely going to TP out. Couple of pretty big kills there for the Dire. About 1,000 gold swing, about 1,500 now. We're the other way around. 1,500 XP swing. Just gonna put Dire on top. Though it is notable, none of the Dire cores are ahead of their Radiant counterparts, just the Dire supports are ahead
Radiant's
right
top
now.
tower is under attack.
This is a bit of a scary TP in from Charlie Wang here, but the stolen artillery strike is going to make it a lot safer. Blue Jay is going to try and defensively ult to get out here, but again, the OD just throws the ult outside of the arena. And as a result, it's 2-0. Gold Swing favors them again. Sadly, we live in a world without Zinc, so... You know, just whacking creeps in the sideline here. Medusa just whacking creeps in the jungle here, nearly to the Manta style. OD going for a blink. Wasted half of Claire's shield rune just like that. Rubik still does have these kisses. 45. Everybody's going bot to try and bail out Medusa here. Just got caught. Could not quite get the job done here. They're gonna take the Snapfire. Not losing anybody for it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Game slows down once again. Gold favors Radiant once again.
I don't think so.
Windrunner does not think so. But it's true, it says it right there. Not much of an advantage, but an advantage. The hero
Radiant's
levels.
top tower is under attack.
That's about equal, really. Just
Dire's
favoring
middle
Radiant.
tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
They have successfully scanned out where
Radiant's
Winkx
top
is.
tower is under attack.
I don't know if they really know. Well, they certainly do now. He just walked around the tower. I was
Radiant's
gonna
top
say, I don't really
tower has been denied.
know if they realize exactly what they just got. Put a little fear of God into the Windrunner here, but not much. They just kind of casually take a tower, turn around, leave. Life Stealer now has the Sacred Relic for the Radiance here.
Gold for me.
Dusty keeps flirting with Zero in chat. Dusa looking for the butterfly next. But he's still on the way to the blink. Centaur does have Vanguard and blink here. Got the jump on the Windrunner. They're not really able to do anything more to her than just be annoying. Jakiro almost getting run over by Live Stealer in the Ba River here, but not quite. Mars Arena gets the OD. They try to follow up with a shackle, but the creeps shackle to each other. They do not get the OD here. He lives it. drop seal that's able to kill the Windrunner instantly. They lose OD.
Radiant's bottom
Oh,
is under attack.
barely get the Life Stealer there. Losing the OD is a pretty big loss for the Radiant, but it's still a very large win in the resulting fight. 4-for-1 trade, it's certainly worth it. All because God decided that OD should not be shackled today. That's a 2 grand net worth swing, a 3,000 XP change. For the first time in the match, it really feels like one of the teams has an
Radiant's
actual
middle
advantage.
tower is under attack.
Medusa so farmed. Yep, she is well ahead of everybody here. Like I said earlier, when the Dire were standing with the net worth advantage, they actually still were not ahead of their Radiant counterparts. The supports were they just had the additional gold compared to... That's true, you weren't in this match, Justin. The supports just had additional gold compared to the Radiant ones. And now that they're on the back foot, that gap is pretty noticeable.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but not this game. This game, nobody was a captain. This game, you were still drunk off of last night's mimosas. So.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay, how many matches had you
Radiant's
played with
middle
this
tower
team
has
before this
fallen.
one, Dustin? Just out of curiosity, how many matches had you played with the Winkx lineup before this game?
Dire's
2?
top
Okay.
tower has fallen.
That's terrible.
Life Stealer takes the Radiance.
One of me just ain't enough.
Gotten 3 total, 2 scrims, 1 pop. Okay. Oh, Hero barely missing the ice path there. I don't know if that's necessarily a kill if he gets it, but it is really scary.
Interesting.
There you go. Dusty is no longer taking a league. OD looking for Hurricane Pike next. Mars with the
Dire's
Blink
middle
Dagger looking for
tower
that
is under
BKB.
attack.
This is a very Warcrafty and Mars
Radiant's
set, I must tell
bottom
you.
tower is under attack.
Very good.
Lifestealer is basically where he was a little while ago. Doesn't really have that much to his name, looking for
Radiant's
Sanjay
bottom
Yasha.
tower is under attack.
Windrunner also looking for BKB. It's going to be a little awkward for these guys. They're not going to really be winning the fights with BKB. So really, the next power spike for Clare team is like 2 items from now. Alrighty. The next power spike for Clare team is 2
I've
items
always
from
wanted
now.
to be a giant space crab.
That's really what it is. Somebody unplugged Barrett's PC. Apparently it was 0. Damn. OD is switched gears here, is going for MKB. Going for MKB, no longer wants to miss the Windrunner. Juice Butterfly is nearly up.
Regeneration.
It is at the very least closing the gap with the rest of Radiant. Really the rest of the team is too. But it's like Medusa still just feels so far away. Crimson Guard on the Centaur is of course a very big pickup here. It's gonna mess with the Lifestealer, gonna mess with the Windrunner pretty considerably. The Windrunner does have the Maelstrom, but think people maybe sometimes look a little too much into how much that Maelstrom is going to do against the Crimson Guard. If you're doing really no damage, which you usually are with like a Centaur Crimson Guard, especially when he has 3 bracers with it, you know. 2 now, but still. If you're doing no damage with it, which you often are into Centaur,
Dire's middle tower is
Crimson
under
Guard
attack.
still losing a lot of damage, and he's gonna have pipe up soon. So it's not gonna help
Dire's middle
matters.
tower has fallen.
Mid T1 for the Dire's gonna go down. They're gonna compensate for this time by taking the Tormentor here. It's a tough Tormentor. They lose one in the process, but they do get the job done. Goes to Barrett. And that coincides with the Deuce of Butterfly. At the very least, you do have the funny don't dispel the Gale talent, unless you're like a Batten or something. In which case you can do it, it's fine. Radiant going to respond but to this taking of the Tormentor by taking the Roche. They got 1 minute to do it before he walks out, which would be really awkward. Looks pretty likely.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this will be just fine. Dire scan it out, but it's late. Goose is gonna pick it up. I think I would have liked to see it more on Charlie at this point, but that's not bad on the Deuce. The very first thing that the OD is going to do after Roche is bully one runner.
Little treasures.
And now Rubik is the fastest little guy alive. Blue Jay still has his Monkey Kings of New York land tag. It's been like 2 years now, Blue Jay. Come on, you gotta let it go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There's... oh, misses the shot on Buttergek there. Dire's bot T1, goes down without a fight pretty quick. The closest thing to a fight they get is that 2 guys catch Mars offside. And that's not exactly helping
Dire's
tower
bottom
defense
tower
effort,
is under
per
attack.
se.
Dire
Juicy
are
just
scanning.
walks at bot T2. Dire successfully scan out, there's an uphill there. Clare probes for it, doesn't find anything.
Dire's structures
Wouldn't have found
are
anything in the arrow
fortified.
landed because they're smoked. He's gonna break the OD smoke.
Dire's
Going
bottom
to
tower is
deal the
under attack.
BKB there, that's denied.
Dire's bottom tower has
Truck
fallen.
is indeed just going to fall very quickly here. This is a purely defensive arena. Earth Life on the Dusa is going to go pretty quick. No, not that quick. They're going to actually nearly kill Leno in the meantime. It's going to go down. This is, well, I mean, Winkx is just kind of still doing alright in this 1v5. Back to the Dire, kind of starting to look like they're just retreating, yeah. Okay, this is good. Okay, yeah, the Deuce is gonna go down for this. This is why I was thinking Chuck should have taken that Aegis there. I think he's much more likely to die quickly in a like a bad fight, especially, than the Deuce is. I think if he had a second life there to just come back up, that looks much better than what Deuce was able to do with their second life. You know how it goes. They couldn't have known that was happening, and it's not necessarily the end of the world. It is a 4K net worth swing, though, nearly. Over 3.5, it is a 5K XP swing. But he is now starting to notably fall behind the Dire here. He is nearly below all their cores. The Centaur, about 1,000 gold down from anybody on the Dire at this point. Pretty big turnaround. Mars now going for a Pipe of Insight. Lifestealer going for the Ags. Windrunner going for the Diffie has
Radiant's bottom
realized they're
tower
putting
is
all the
under
chips
attack.
in the Medusa here, which isn't a bad guess by any means. OD looks like he's finished up that MKB. Or at least he's bringing Curry. Yeah, he's finished up that MKB. Going for BKB next. Wants to prevent what just happened to him from happening again. Going to do what they think is a safe go on this Jakiro, but gets made very scary. This is going to come in up through the twin gate here. There we go. Very quickly gets rid of the snap fire. I like stealing the cookie. Got a little bit of it with that. You know, just going to take the Creep Express and get out of town. Uh-oh, this ain't good. Nobody's got any skills left to save that. All the skills got used, otherwise. So. 3-for-1 trade there, as it turns out. Really, it's hard to even call that a 3-for-1 trade, per se. It's really more like they ganked Snapfire and then lost it 4v4.
Excellent idea.
Li Wang not available for comment there, really. Just threw one Astral there, basically. Kind of a big guy to lose. It's a 2k net worth swing. Dire now up 3k. Again, nobody's really up to Medusa, but they've really narrowed this gap at this point.
Gold for me.
Everything slows to a crawl here. BKB on Mars down to 7 seconds. He's looking at Scythe of Vice. He's changed his mind off of the Pipe Event site, which is very ambitious to go for here. Team is moving up on the rankings, but Blue Jay is still pretty low. It's a pretty big ticket item at this point. It is a high risk there, though it's certainly not like it's not high reward.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My Stealer is just gonna tickle bot T2.
Radiant
Half of its health goes down before they call for the glyph. Centaur tries to save Rubik from a double damage Windrunner pickoff there, is not quite able to make it. Windrunner going for, I believe that's her own eggs. More than likely.
Radiant's bottom
Guessing
tower
parts
is
will be
under
on
attack.
the courier. Yep, okay. Windrunner going for the eggs here. Looking to
Radiant's
survive the
bottom
Medusa
tower has
storm, and
fallen.
it just walks back to the T2 bot and just tickles it to death. Ags is done for the Windrunner if she wants to. Ags is also done for the Life Stealer if he wants it. And he is taking it, in fact. Dusa has finished up MKB, is going for Chardonnay Scotty. They look like they're jonesing for a fight here. And they found the pick they wanted on Jakiro.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
MKB next up for the Life Stealer. No longer wants to deal with that Medusa butterfly. Centaur decided it's time to do some more damage after getting his Auras. Is going for the Shard, not going for the card, interestingly. I feel like that card's really nice in this game, actually. The ability to especially pick up the OD would be very nice. Or, you know, imagine the world where the arena drops on you and Dusa, the stuns fall on Dusa, you just throw in the card. Like, that is very nice feeling. Might see that next, you never know. Somebody is scribbling all over the map. It's either Chicago Bears or Blue Jay. Alright, Scotty on Dusa. Smoke on the Dire here are looking to follow up on a kill attempt that the Turner is going for. Arena comes up, they are able to get rid of the big kisses come out, get rid of the kill shot, get rid of the Scimitar, but the other Radiant Core just quickly take out the Mars. But then, just as easily, the enough. Kind of. Oh, forgets he has the Ags there. Dusa MKB makes short work of Clare. Though the is made very scary. Yeno's gonna die 3 seconds before his ult comes back up. I guess he didn't. I guess he didn't jump into the Dusa with the Ags the first time because he was not 100% sure which one was a real one, perhaps, or I don't know. It's hard to say. He gets tipped by Buttery Greg in any case.
Don't underestimate the power of pink.
I think if he did do that, the Medusa probably would go down. Instead, it's a 4v4 trade. Disproportionately favors the Radiant because they're down pretty considerably before that happened. It's a 3k gold swing, basically. Chat is in awe of this match. They're just silently observing at this point. Mech up on the Veno going for Greaves. Be pretty good here. Two-man smoke on the Radiant. Presumably this is just a warning trip or something. Yep. Just smoke to ward. Back going for the Ags. Clare, as we saw in the last fight, has the Ags. Has BKB down to 6
Dire
seconds.
structures are fortified.
Going for Crystallis next. Interestingly, not looking at MKB here. Is not worried about the invasion particularly. Radiant is going to storm the road and everyone on the Dire immediately starts running at the bed. I know they're gonna make it. Roche is dying pretty quick. Runner gets the sight in. Dusa hits the ult as he absolutely scares the It's gonna work out here. This is a kind of crazy arena, but Ino got turned to stone in the middle of it. Really awkward for him. Number 2 thus far. Snapfire is going to quickly take a spill. Mars and the Centaur shake hands with each other. Mars is able to blink out. One for 3! 2,830 gold slang. Did I figure out what's going on a little quicker there, or just a little bit more cohesive? They're definitely able to put a stop to that.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Gonna lose T2 mid. Mar's still going for that Hex. My Steeler still going for that MKB. Haven't really moved anywhere. Dusa is now going for the Ags. Game is running badly for some reason. Losing frames? Not really. So there's that. Minute stage expires. Medusa saw Snapfire, started slithering angrily towards the hero. Did not catch up in quite in time.
Dire's top
Radiant
tower
is gonna
is under
take
attack.
T2 top. Looks like there's not gonna be a
Radiant's middle
response to
tower
it.
is under
Dire's
attack.
instead just gonna go for the Radiant T2 mid. So just trading
Radiant
T2.
structures are fortified.
Radiant's going to win the base race, thanks in part to a glyph that they use to protect their own tower.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Alright,
Dire's
Winkx
top
is
tower
just
is under attack.
done giving a hoot. He's going uphill here. Use the offensive glyph to keep this range quick creep alive long enough to just take
Dire's top
T3.
tower has fallen.
Spear hits the wrong Medusa. Medusa's gonna hit ult. We've made a Venn diagram of arenas here. It's actually really screwed up the Snapfire artillery barrage. You can see inside anymore. OD gets caught, sent to hell. Pretty scary. The Life Stealer is out of the fight there for a minute. A lot of people both sides very well. I like that they roofing inside a Deuce there. Oh, Life Stealer jumps inside the Deuce again. That's going to be her Aegis. And then she just comes back up and takes a Ranger axe.
Dire's
Like,
top barracks has fallen.
what an annoying situation to play into. Everybody on Deuce's team is dead. And she's like winning not winning a 1v3. Okay, well, winning it now! Rip Snap! They really cannot deal with this hero. They do not have the tools in their belt. Again, like I said earlier, the Life Stealer Axe, the old version of the Life Stealer Axe against Medusa, where it disarms her while he's inside, feels very nice against her. But like the new version where you just jump in and you just damage her, it's like, it's not bad or anything. But it does feel awkward doing that, taking yourself out as a target for basically just to do the same amount of damage you would do and heal a little. A game of pauses. I hope you guys didn't have to do this for the rest of the day.
I've always wanted to be a
What's up,
giant
guys?
spacecraft.
It's your boy Speed here.
Greg had food delivery. I know, but it's like the fourth pauses game. Dusa is basically as scary as she's ever gonna get now. She has Ag's Blessing to get, and maybe replace Treads with Sliplink, that's it. And of course, she's Moon Shard, which is pretty big on her, but she's as scary as she's ever gonna get. You know, not nothing, that's for sure. Incredibly difficult to kill. Windrunner got turned into a statue, and got her killed. Life Stealer dodged being a statue by jumping inside the Medusa, and then did not win the 1v5 to follow. Winkx has got like the two main cores for Dire just died, accomplishing nothing. This isn't looking good.
I've always wanted to be a giant spacecraft.
Yep, Radiant is just walking up to T3 bot, and who is going to stop them? These guys doing it at
Dire's
5
bottom tower is under attack.
Windrunner's pretty
Radiant's
close.
middle
Life Stealer
tower
is
is under
not in
attack.
the same ballpark. 30 seconds of free time to do this. They're gonna pop left on the
Dire's
Dire.
bottom tower is
Hero
under
is
attack.
going to hamper
Radiant's
that by
middle tower is under attack.
using the
Dire's
dual
bottom
breath
barracks is
fire,
under
not the
attack.
dual breath fire, the E fire on the tower to to stop the time it got. 3
Dire's
racks
middle tower is
for
under
the
attack.
Radiant. They're going to
Radiant's
bot to
middle
try and get
tower is under
Megas here.
attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's
Megas
middle
for the
barracks are under
Radiant.
attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega kills.
Dire base is completely full. Lifestealer is still not back up.
Dire's middle
It's
tower
only
is under
just now
attack.
come out of the base in one of his
Dire's
T4.
middle tower has fallen.
They've got Medusa in a somewhat compromising position. Medusa, I believe, inside, or the Lifestealer, I believe, inside the Medusa. Yeah, that ain't good. Arena hit nobody. The Centaur and OD are trying to get something done in the back here. They're struggling to do it. Yeah, they're just gonna go down pretty quick. Doing this for no obvious reason. So Dire did get the kills on the 2 other Radiant cores. Their Ancient is open, and they're Mega, though. This is going to be awkward pushing, and they're going to have to manage these 2 lanes to not lose. Deuce, you can see, is just sending illusions at the waves. So. They're having to hold back just to defend here. Lifestealer just looking at Medusa loses half his health. Let's
Dire's
jump the
Ancient
Mars
is
to
under
not die.
attack.
I'm gonna lose Clare to this too. It's really kind of nasty. Radiant are all back up. They're just walking right into Roche. Roche is not up yet, but he will be in about 20 seconds. Greg gets the Shiva's Guard. Never got the card. Guess it never got. Guess it was never really needed because he and the OD were dying at basically the same time anyway, I guess. And Medusa did not need card. Medusa was outlasting him in most fights. Medusa takes Aegis. The OD takes Refresher. Centaur takes the cheese. They know right where to go to. They immediately find the Lifestealer. They don't get him though. He is going to be able to DP out. Most of the team takes a probing attack here in the base. Let's slow this down to see the final fight. This is a crazy 5-man arena. Centaur Hitzel is going nowhere quick. Doesn't matter at all. The double ult takes out the Lifestealer, takes out the Minnow. You do have an instant Lifestealer buyback. Clare on the Windrunner. It's like trying to shoot a tank with a BB gun at this point. Rubik has Infest. This could be really funny. Oh no, it's on cooldown. I think he double tapped it. That's sad. Still, it's Lifestealer versus the world at this point. Mars goes down. You do have the buyback out of the. You do have the buyback out of the Snapfire. It's to no avail. Claire calls and G's are gone home. Use it early to save and steal it again. This is just Deuce problems. They could not deal with the Deuce here at all. It felt like it was they were really sidelining the Centaur and the OD, but they put all their money, all their effort points, all their draft into stopping the Centaur OD. This could hypothetically work if they had a, like they had against us, had a match where they won so fast that the matchup didn't matter at all. But in this case, they were not able to do that to seal the deal here. They were just stuck fighting the wall of Medusa, who would just sit there and everybody on her team would die, and then she'd just 1v5, and she'd get 2 kills and walk away. That's just basically how this is going here. They could not break through her. They could not win fast enough. She farmed very quickly. They weren't able to find her, shut her down. They weren't able to take over the map. They put all their points into like an early game win where they sidelined the Dusa, and then they couldn't win early or sideline the Dusa. Simple as it gets. Let's see what happens next time. What did I just do on this screen? I hope I didn't like blow it up.